Good morning, everybody. Oh, I see I'm a little off center, so let me fix that and I'll be right back. Still not quite right. I can see it. All right, I'm going to keep you on screen. Don't worry, I'm going to move the camera. All fixed now. I should have double checked that before I started, but live and learn. It's all a learning process. Good morning. Welcome. So today we are focusing on setting a really strong, solid foundation, building on what we were working on last week and the week before, stabilizing through the hands by using the fingertips, engaging the palms rather than resting on the heel of the hands, and of course, setting the strong foundation through the soles of the feet, really feeling your connection to the earth below. Keeping that in mind, let's get started. Hands resting comfortably on your thighs while you sit tall. Deepen your breath. When you feel ready, go ahead and close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, bring your gaze downward. Be aware of the sounds around you. Be aware of the setting that you're in. If you're inside or outside, be aware of the temperature of your environment. Really try to feel, experience fully the environment that you're in. Draw the awareness inward a little bit more. Notice how you feel physically. If there's any sensations that you're feeling in your body, just take note and be aware. Again, redirect your attention to your breath. Rather than controlling your breath, allow your breath to flow. Feel yourself sinking into the support beneath you. Relax the legs, the hips. Really let the lower body feel heavy, anchored to the floor, to the ground below. Keep the heaviness through the lower body. And as you take your next breath in, rise up from the hips to the crown of the head. Feel this first initial rooting down through the lower body to rise up through the upper body. Feel the heart lift slightly, collarbones broaden. The body is beginning to open a little bit wider. Feel that sense of spaciousness, the space in the body, openness. With your next breath in, sweep your arms out wide as they come up overhead, hands together. And as you exhale, let the hands float down, palm pressing to palm. Now keeping the palms pressing together, this time with the inhalation, let the hands rise up, palms together, allow them to naturally separate. And even if your eyes are closed, just lift your chin as if you were looking upwards and separate the arms and sweep around and down with the breath out. Let's do that again. Inhaling, sweeping out, wide, up, hands together. Exhaling, hands floating down, palm to palm. Inhale, keep the palms pressing together as the hands rise up. Lift the chin away from the chest as if you're looking upwards. Let the hands separate naturally and sweep around. Let's do that one more time. Sweep out and up, really wide, open as wide as you can. Reach as high as you can. Hands together. Hands in front of the heart. Inhale, palms pressing up. Separating naturally as you lift your chin away from your chest. Sweeping out and down. One more breath in. Sweeping up, out, wide, palms, fingertips reaching high. Hands coming together. Resting with hands in front of heart center. Pausing right here. As you exhale, soften through the shoulders. And release your hands. Open your eyes if they're closed, and let's come into table pose on your hands and knees. Because yes, setting the foundation, starting with the hands. Remember to use your fingertips. So first things first, wrists under the shoulders. Palms placed down. Just press the fingertips slightly until you see the inside corner of your palm right at the base of the index finger connect to the mat. And just a little pressure with the edges of the thumbs, taking the pressure off the heel of the hands, really stabilizing the wrists. Knees under the hips. Uncurl your toes, let the tops of your feet rest on the mat. Really relax the feet. Feel the weight in your knees and your shins. Now inhale, lift the eyes, look forward. Really relax the belly, relax the abdomen as you take your breath in. Exhale, draw the belly in, tuck your chin towards your chest. Use your hands to help you spread the shoulder blades wide, opening up the back of the body. Inhale, tilting the tailbone upwards, eyes go forwards. Exhale, rounding through the back, opening the back of the body. Chin tucking towards chest, shoulder blades spread wide. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. So take that little moment at the end of the inhalation and the exhalation to feel the exaggeration of your pose. To go that little bit deeper, a little bit bigger into your pose. Now come back to a neutral tabletop position. Ears in line with the shoulders, a little bit of the belly and the rib cage pulling in. Continuing to press the hands, use the strength of the arms, stability of the wrists. Take a breath, and as you exhale, just gently press back, hips towards your heels. Take the pressure off the hands, but don't release the grip. A breath in, coming back until shoulders are over top of wrists. And exhaling, pressing back. Inhaling, coming up, neutral table position. Exhaling, pressing back. Inhale, neutral table. Now spread your knees wide, so wider than your hips this time. Keep the big toes together to touch. Look towards the top edge of your mat. Keep your gaze there and just press back. Hips to heels, take a really deep, wide leg child's pose. Now creep your hands towards the top of the mat. Really lay your hands, feel the connection. Hands in line with your shoulders still, but reaching towards the top of the mat. Fingers gently spread like rays of sunshine. Actively reach. At the same time, use the palms of the hands to help you sink your hips towards your heels. Bringing your knees a little bit wider if you need to, if it helps you get more range of motion out of your hips. Now take a breath. And as you exhale, release the grip on the mat. Come down onto your forearms and elbows. Let your forehead come down towards the mat. Please place support under your forehead. You can use a blanket, a yoga block, or adjust the position of your hands to support your forehead. Now breathe really wide into the rib cage here. Think about really expanding side to side. And now expanding front to back. Notice how the belly engages when you breathe front to back. Now a complete breath that reaches side to side, front to back, up and down. Bring yourself back to table. Adjusting, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Curl your toes under. A little bit of stability through the midsection by drawing the belly button in towards the spine, rib cage in. Toes curled under. Take a breath. And as you exhale, lift to downward dog. Really try to reach your heels towards the mat. Feel the intensity of the stretch in the back of the legs. Now those fingertips, get the fingertips pressing into the mat. Take the pressure off the heel of the hands. Breathe. Lift your heels, bring your knees down to the mat. You can bring them wide of your hips if you choose. Sink back into a child's pose. Come down onto the forearms and elbows. Now keep your hands free here. Use your elbows and forearms for support and just kind of stretch your fingers, stretch your palms, a little bit of movement into your wrists. But keep the hips heavy, sinking down. Return to table. Toes curl under, hands firmly planted, fingertips connected to the mat, base of the index finger knuckle at the inside corner of the palm, connected to the mat. Take a breath. Exhale, lift up. Feel your toes pushing into the mat. Feel the heels reaching back, long through the upper body. Hands are still in line with the shoulders. Keep your shoulder blades sliding towards your hips to stay broad through the shoulders rather than collapsing. Lift your heels, bend your knees, walk your feet towards your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Pause here. Heel of your hands just on the top of your knees. Take a breath. Soles of the feet press into the floor. Now sweep out and up. Open wide. Bring the hands together just like you did when you were seated at the very beginning of class. Palms floating down, resting right in front of the heart. Notice the sensations in the palms of the hands. You might feel a little tingle there, a little warmth there. That's perfect. Inhale, let the hands float up. Bring the gaze upwards with you. Separate the hands, sweep out and down. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Now inhale, let the eyes look forward, and as you exhale, bow. Keep enough of a bend in the knees that your fingertips are on the mat, or if you have a yoga block, you can go ahead and reach for your block. Now relax the neck, let your head feel heavy. Now notice here if you're clenching your teeth, clenching your jaw, and just go ahead and separate the teeth, relax the tongue, really soften through the whole head, the whole neck. No tension there at all. Inhale, just let the eyes look forward, and as you exhale, bend your knees, step your right foot back. Land on the ball of your right big toe. Turn your right foot, drop your heel. So your feet are in line, making a 90-degree angle with the soles of your feet. Right toes pointing to the right, left toes pointing forward. Left knee is bent. Now we're going to sweep the right arm. We're going to swing it all the way forward, reach, and then windmill all the way up, pushing into the soles of the feet, coming into a warrior two position. Arms long, gazing along your left arm, left ring finger. Press into the floor with the baby toe outer heel of the right foot. Try to feel in the sole of the right foot the equal weight on the baby toe side and the ball of the big toe side. Feel in your body if your arch is lifting. Broad through the shoulders. Now turn your head. So instead of gazing over your left arm, left ring finger, turn to look to the right. So I've got my back to the camera here. Now adjust your shoulders. So shoulders are level over top of the hips. Right arm, right wrist is in line with the shoulder. Keep that. You can even look at it to make sure it's there. Keep your focus on your right shoulder. Anchor it in place over top of the right hip. And then slowly, mindfully, turn to gaze over your left arm, along your left arm, that's a better word. So turning to the left, but keeping the right side open. Feel how wide the reach is. Now let's expand the reach even more. Bring your head back to center. So chin over top of your heart, looking to the right. Turn your palms forward so your thumbs are pointing upwards. Now take a breath in, into the heart, and as you exhale, reach out. Reach out through the hands, reach out through the soles of the feet. Breathe into the heart. Exhaling, reaching out through the arms, hands, down through the legs, soles of the feet. Now release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. A little review from last week. Now push into the ball of the big toe of the right foot. As you lift your right heel, push into the ball of the big toe. Now pivot the whole upper body as a single unit. As you pivot, shoulders stay out over top of the hips turn, ribcage turns, shoulders turn as the right foot turns. Bend your right knee, push with your right foot. Release the arms. Standing, feet hip distance apart. You can feel the weight equally distributed on both feet. You're feeling solid, steady, strong. Let's inhale, reach as wide as you can. Bring the hands together overhead, gaze goes up. Float the hands down, resting in front of heart center. Inhale, hands floating up, gaze going up. Release the hands, sweep down, reach wide. Bring your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lift the eyes, look forward. As you exhale, take a deeper forward fold this time. Relax your neck, let your head feel heavy. Soften through the jaw. No tension in the throat at all. Now, wherever you are, if your knees are bent enough that your fingertips are touching the mat, fantastic. If you're using your block, excellent. Everything is good. Everything is wonderful. Now, push into the soles of the feet. Lift the hips just a tiny bit to deepen the intensity in the back of the knees. Feel the soles of the feet firmly pressing into the floor, getting this lift through the hips because your feet are rooting down. The hips are rising up. Soften the knees. Inhale, lift the eyes, look forward, and as you exhale, left foot steps back. Long lunge step, land on the ball of the left big toe. If you're feeling unsteady, go ahead and place the whole sole of the left foot down. That is completely up to you and how you are feeling. Working at your own level here. Now turn your right foot, left foot, drop your heel. So now you've rotated through the left foot, left toes pointing to the left, right toes pointing forward. Making a 90-degree angle with your feet. With the breath in, we're going to swing, circle the left arm forward and windmill all the way up. Arms outstretched, gazing along your right arm. Pause here. Feel the baby toe side of your left foot grounded into the earth. But so is the ball of the left big toe. You can feel the support of the arch of your left foot. Now turn. Keep your right arm in line with your shoulder. You can see it there. Let's check on the left. So turning, looking to the left. Straight ahead now. Chin over top of the heart. Anchor the shoulders over top of the rib cage, over top of the hips. Feel the long line in the upper body. Legs are strong here, so you're feeling steady. You're able to adjust through the upper body. Pause for a moment here. Now turn to look along your left arm. Just when you're ready, adjusting your gaze can challenge your balance, so take your time. Left wrist in line with the left shoulder. Anchor the left shoulder in place. Anchor the left arm. Now turning. So chin is aligned with the heart, right over top. Pause. Take another breath. Anchor the left shoulder and turn to look along the right. Breathe. Aware of the soles of the feet, how steady you feel below. Now I've convinced you that you're steady and you're stable. Let's go bigger. So turning the head once again, chin aligned over top of the heart. Turn your palms so your thumbs are pointing up towards the ceiling. Now as you inhale, think about the soles of your feet and drawing the breath up through the length of the legs into the heart. And as you exhale, reach out through the arms, out through the fingertips. Inhaling, drawing the energy up through the soles of the feet. The strength of the legs contributes to the strength of your breath. And then from the heart, exhaling outward, out through the arms, out through the hands. It's like you have a superpower. It's amazing. Take one more breath. Draw the breath in through the soles of the feet, up the legs, into the heart, and exhaling, reaching out. Out from the heart, through the arms and hands, from the heart, down through the core of the pelvis, the legs, the soles of the feet. And release the arms. Hands to your hips. Focus on your left foot. Bring your awareness to your left foot, the ball of the left big toe, rotating through the upper body. As the hips turn, the rib cage, the shoulders turn. So does the left foot. So peel the heel of your left foot off the mat and pivot. Pivoting on the ball of the left big toe. Rest your weight in the left big toe. Left knee bent and push. Release the hands. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out, reaching wide. Hands come together, reaching as high as you can. And as you exhale, palms together, hands in front of the heart. Take a breath. Inhale, hands float up. Gaze goes up. Release the hands. So looking slightly in front of you, up towards the ceiling. Get an awareness of where your hands are. Palms turned inward, thumbs pointing behind you. Long arms. Minimize the bend in your elbows as much as possible. With your next breath out, draw the belly and the rib cage in just slightly. Push into the mat with the soles of your feet. Really anchor down from the hips to the soles of the feet. Solid, strong, stable. Now with your next breath, belly, rib cage is strong, but soften through the shoulders. As you relax the shoulders, you feel your shoulders sliding down your back towards your hips. Feel the full length from your fingertips to the soles of your feet in volcano pose. Now tuck your chin so your ears are once again in line with your shoulders, perhaps coming into line with your upper arms because your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Now turn the palms forwards. Reach the hands out corner to corner, softening through the shoulders, feeling yourself open a little bit more. Soften. Hands are still strong. You can still feel the stability of the arms and wrists because your hands are strong. Even though they're not weight-bearing at the moment, you're not leaning on your hands, but they are working for you, helping you lift your arms so the shoulders aren't taking all the weight. Now drop the hands a little bit more so you're reaching out side to side. Breath in through the soles of the feet into the heart, and exhaling, reaching outwards. One more time. A breath in, up through the soles of the feet, the legs, the heart. Exhaling out, heart to hands. One more breath in, and use the exhalation to soften, but just let the arms come down. Keep the openness through the front of the body, the strength, stability from the crown of your head all the way to the soles of your feet. Steady breaths. Let's inhale, sweep out and up. And as you exhale, sweep out and down. Bend your knees, plant your hands, walk back to downward dog. Strong legs. Engage from fingertips to toes. Shoulders broad, arms strong. Soles of the feet steady, strong, heels reaching downward. You can feel the length in your legs, the length in the upper body. And just one step at a time, heel to toe,
Walk your feet, planting your foot, heel to toe, slowly walking one foot in front of the other until your feet come to your hands. Knees are bent if they need to be. Inhale, come halfway up. Rest your hands on your knees. Now use your anatomy here, your alignment for strength. Heels of the hands just resting on the knees. Long arms, no bend in the elbows at all here. If your heel of your hands are not comfortable on your knees, you can go ahead and bring your hands higher up onto your thighs, even turning your fingers inward. But it's the same thing. Long arms. Use your anatomy. So minimal strength and muscle fatigue is required. Now, soles of the feet pressing firmly into the floor. Lift your eyes, look beyond the top edge of your mat. Really open up through the throat, chin pulling away from the chest. Now relax the belly and rib cage. Create some sway in the lower back here. Take a breath. And as you exhale, soles of the feet push down, really lengthen through the back of the legs. Adjust the placement of your hands. I want you to feel steady and strong. As you exhale, release. Release your hands. We're going to sweep out and up. Hands just touch. Exhale, sweep out and down. Dive back down. Fingertips to the mat. Right foot steps back. Long lunge step to the back of the mat. Wiggle your left foot as far back as you can. Drop your left knee down. So if you need a little extra padding under your knee, you can go ahead and reach for that. Toes curled under on your right foot or uncurl your toes. That's just a personal preference. If you have a yoga block, you can go ahead and place your yoga block under your right shoulder. Right hand on your block. Left hand on your knee. Take a breath. And as you exhale, just sink into your hips. Bring your gaze forward. Rather than looking down at your left toes or your right fingertips, look forward. And notice how when you open up through the throat, chin pulling away from the chest, you open up through the collarbones as well. Breathe all the way into the belly. When the front of the body is open, you can breathe deeper. Let the hips feel heavy. One more breath. Keep the length in the upper body and just turn to look to the left. Use your left hand on your knee to rotate through the rib cage and shoulders. You got it. Now to deepen your twist, this is up to you. You can go a little bit deeper by opening up through the front of the body, reaching wider through the front of the body. So roll left shoulder back, use your hand on your knee, bring your gaze upwards. Remember that right hand, use your fingertips, use the index finger knuckle to press down. Take the pressure off the wrist. Use the edge of your thumb to push into the mat. Now hug your left knee in towards you, activating the left leg. So the left arm can reach up. So not just reaching up with the left hand, but pushing down with the right. Really reaching wide through the whole body. Breath into the belly. And as you exhale, release. Left hand down. Bring your left hand all the way to the mat. Come up onto your fingertips in both hands. Curl your right toes under. Bring your focus to your left foot. Push down. Bring your focus to your right big toe, ball of the right big toe especially. Push into the mat with the right big toe so you can lift your right knee. Bring the gaze forward. Take a breath. And as you exhale, push as you step your right foot forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Once again, resting your hands on your knees. Bend your knees, coming into a supported chair pose. And lift the eyes, look forward. Breathe. Soles of the feet press into the mat. Reach out and up. And as you exhale, dive down. Bending your knees, fingertips come to the mat, left foot steps back. Long lunge step, wiggle your left foot back as far as you feel you can safely go. Drop your left knee down. Again, if you're using your block, you can go ahead and place your block under your left shoulder, left hand on your block. If you don't have a block, no problem. Left hand to the mat, under your shoulder, right hand to your knee. Left toes curled under or not, that is a personal preference, completely up to you. Now lift your eyes. Look beyond the top of your mat, if you can, towards the wall in front of you to really open up through the throat and the sternum, the collarbones. Sink into your hips with every breath out. Take your time with your breath. Try not to anticipate or stress about what might be coming. Just be here in this moment and breathe. Let's rotate. Keep the length through the upper body. With your exhalation, use your right hand to press into the top of your thigh and turn to look to the right. Pause, take a breath here. Check in with the left hand. You want the fingertips active, the inside corner of the palm active, the thumb active. Reaching into the mat, rooting down from the shoulder to the palm of the left hand to rise up. Now deepen the twist if you choose. As you exhale, turn to bring the gaze upwards. Feel the shoulders rotating. Feel the right shoulder pulling back as you broaden and open wider through the collarbones. Hug your right knee in towards you, activating the right leg, freeing up the right arm to reach straight up. Opening wide, breathing deeply. Making the pose the biggest version you can manage. Exhale, sweeping down, releasing the twist. Come high on the fingertips on both hands. If you're using your block, place it off to the side. Left toes curl under. Right foot pushes into the mat. Right leg is strong. Left big toes push into the mat with the ball of the left big toe. Lift the left knee. Bend your left knee when you're ready. Step the left foot forward. 1 step, 4 steps, 5 steps, 2 steps, whatever it takes for you. Breath in, lift the eyes, look forward. As you exhale, bend your knees, fold over your thighs. Relax your neck, let your head dangle. One at a time, bring your hands onto your knees. Keep the knees bent, hips lower than the shoulders here as the shoulders lift up, pulling the rib cage away from your thighs. Supported chair pose. Now if you take a quick glimpse down, you can see your toes, probably feeling a weight in your heels. So shift the weight forward slightly, drop down just a tiny bit more. Keep the weight equal on the front and back of your feet. Now your hands are free because the feet and legs are fully engaged.
So release the hands and just sweep the arms straight forward, wrists in line with the shoulders, thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling, palms turned inwards. Legs doing the work here. Now slowly bring the arms wide. So side to side, the wrists are aligned with the shoulders. Look down at the floor initially. Awareness of where your wrists are in line with your shoulders, using your peripheral vision rather than turning your head to look. Now lift the eyes as high as you can, just until they're straight in front of you. Requires a little bit of movement through the vertebrae, a little bit of sway through the back. One more breath. Breathing into the heart, reaching out. Legs, arms, feet, hands. Now lift up with your breath in. Oh, hands come together. Hands floating down, palms coming together. Release the hands. Let's stand here in an active mountain pose just for a couple of breaths. Each breath in, drawing the breath into the heart. Exhaling, reaching down through the soles of the feet. Reaching down along the arms and the fingertips. Fingertips reaching down towards the earth as well. Feel the energy in your hands, the energy in the soles of the feet, the energy buzzing throughout your entire body. Inhale, sweep out and up. Bring the gaze upwards just as the hands come together and touch. Exhale, sweep out and down. Bring your hands to your hips. Step your right foot back. Push all the way down onto your right heel. Now right foot steps slightly towards the right side of the mat. If you look down at your feet, it's like you're on two separate skis. So right heel pushing down, left heel also pressing down. So both legs are equally long. Minimize the bend in both legs, both knees. Release the hands. Push down into the right heel. Left heel pushes down. Now give it a little pull towards the back of the mat. Really feel a scissoring action on your legs. Really strong from the waist down. Really anchored, rooted down into the earth. Inhale to sweep the arms wide. Oh yeah, just wide, straight wide. Wrists once again in line with the shoulders. Energy in the hands to stabilize the arms. Hold them steady. Now hinge forward. Imagine you've got a board, a 2x4, down your back of your neck. And you cannot bend through the vertebrae. Push down into the right heel. Keep the right heel connected to the mat. Arms out to the sides. Coming far enough forward that you can begin to feel some intensity in the left leg, left hip. Now turn the palms, so rotating the thumbs in, so the thumbs are now pointing behind you. And squeeze your arms in towards the rib cage. Thumbs pointing inwards over top of your lower back now. Lift your eyes, look forward to where the wall meets the floor in front of you. Now roll the shoulders back, open up through the collarbones, reach the fingers straight back to the wall behind you. Breathe. Keep the right heel pressing down, both legs long. Now imagine there are strings tied to your wrists. And those strings are going to pull you up. So take a breath. And as you exhale, push from the hips to the soles of the feet. Pull with the fingertips, the wrists, lift up. Release the hands. Bend your left knee. Right foot steps forward. Take 2 breaths right here in mountain pose. Breathing into the heart. Reaching the breath outward. Down into the earth through the soles of the feet. Down through the arms. Palms of the hands, fingertips. Inhale, sweep around and up. Bring the gaze upwards just as your hands touch. Sweep out. Bring your hands to your hips. Left foot steps back. Left foot steps slightly towards the left side of your mat. If you look down at your feet, it's like you're on 2 separate skis. Left heel presses down. Right heel pushes down and give it a little pull towards the back of the mat. Strong and steady, scissoring action happening with the feet. You can feel the lift that you're getting, the energy that you're pulling from the earth up your legs, because the legs feel strong, really stable. Release the hands. Now just inhale, reach the arms straight out to the sides. Wrists in line with the shoulders. Get the alignment first. Use your peripheral vision. Turn the palms forwards. Thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Taking a breath. Staying long and strong through the upper body now, but hinging simply at the hip. Bringing your gaze to the corner in front of you where the floor meets the wall. Coming far enough in to your pyramid pose, you can feel some intensity in the right leg. Keep the left heel pressing down. Now rotate through the wrists, the hands, turning the palms upwards. And then pull your hands towards your hips so your thumbs are pointing inwards, kind of over top of your lower back. Legs are strong. Try not to lean into the right leg. Keep the left leg active. Now open up. Really lift the chin. If you can, look to the wall in front of you. Roll the shoulders back. Opening up through the front of the body a little bit more. Breathe. Now you've got those strings on your wrists. They're still there. Getting ready to lift up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push into the feet. Use the energy of your legs. Feel the ropes tugging at your wrists as they lift you up. Release the arms. Bend your right knee. Left foot steps forward. Breathe. Inhale, sweep out and up. Bring the gaze up as the hands come together just a touch. Sweeping out and down as you dive down. Bend your knees, plant your hands. Plant your hands firmly first. Then when you're ready, step back to downward dog. Engaging from the fingertips to the toes. Long arms, long body, long legs. One more breath. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Walk your feet slowly, one step at a time towards your hands. One step at a time. Inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, dive back down. Right foot steps back. Long step back, that long lunge step we had before. Ball of the right big toe presses into the mat. Open up through the back of the right knee, long right leg.
Left foot firmly planted on the mat also, high on your fingertips here. Now lift your eyes, look towards the top edge of your mat, so you're not looking at your left toes. Push into the mat with the ball of the right big toe, pull forward. Left heel pulls back. Now you can feel where your right thigh is to the inside of your rib cage. Now squeeze your left thigh into your rib cage. Did I say right thigh? Left thigh squeezes into the left side of your rib cage. Hug in. Ball of the right big toe is strong. Left hand on the mat. Reach the right arm straight out to the side. Wrist in line with the shoulder. Use your peripheral vision to check alignment. Now right hand comes down, high on your fingertips. Hug left thigh into your rib cage. Left arm sweeps out. Hug left thigh into your rib cage, and if you feel steady, strong, really squeeze in with the left thigh. Float the right arm out. Really open wide. Open up through the throat. Bring your gaze to the wall in front of you as much as possible. And you can keep your right hand down, or your both hands down, for that matter. It all depends on how steady and stable you feel. We're flying. One more breath. Both hands coming down to the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, shift back, bend your right knee, step forward. Bend your knees, just fold over your thighs. Oh. Feel the energy in the left hip, left leg, just feel it dispersing. A lot of energy there as you held on tightly. The energy couldn't flow. The left leg needed to hold on to it. So now just let it flow. Let it dissipate. Feed the rest of your body. Inhale, come halfway up. Ooh. Exhale, fingertips coming back down to the mat. Left foot steps back. Long step back, land on the ball of your left big toe. Fingertips high on the mat, deep bend in your left knee. You can feel your right rib cage resting on your right thigh. Push into the mat with the ball of the left big toe, pull forward. Right heel pulls back. Now hug right thigh in towards the right side of your rib cage. Actively squeeze the two together. Feel the scissoring action in your legs. One arm first. Let's reach the left arm straight out to the side in line with the shoulder. Eyes looking just beyond the edge of your mat, but still able to see the alignment of your left arm through your peripheral vision. Left hand comes down. Now hugging in. Right arm sweeps out. Hug in a little tighter. Left arm sweeps out. Lift the eyes. Oh, bring the gaze forward. Strong legs. Strong foundation. Breathe. And you can have both hands on the floor, one hand on the floor. Whatever level you're at. Explore a little bit. Play. That's why we're here. Next breath out. Hands come down to the mat. Oh, shift your weight back. Shift back. Bend your left knee. And then bring your left foot beside your right foot. Inhale, let the eyes look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to downward dog. Taking 2 breaths in downward dog. Strong arms, don't let the hands get lazy. Use the fingertips. We got one more breath.